Okay, so a leaked document from the NPA revealed that Kelly Khumalo needs to be investigated further. The question that you need to understand or you need to ask me is, why is she being investigated? You know what I'm saying? Well, according to the charge sheet here, Kelly Khumalo had made a loan or was given a loan to go and pay the person that took Senzo Meyiwa's life, you know what I'm saying, or a hitman. So, according to the information that I see here, Kelly Khumalo then went as far as, you know what I'm saying, she went as far as obtaining that loan. So the charge sheet also said that they need the NPA or the investigators. They need to go and get a statement from the person whom she took a loan from, right? So that is exactly what I'm about to do. I'm about to get into this journey with you, but let me just tell you this now. Whatever I say to you, please take it with a pinch of salt. Use the word allegedly because it has not yet been proven as fact. You know what I'm saying? But we will continue going into this one. It's quite interesting, quite detailed, right? Now, it also said here that she needs to be investigated further. The question is, was she ever investigated? Because the word further suggests that she was investigated, but to a certain level and it stopped. Now it has to proceed. You know what I'm saying? They have to proceed with the investigation. Number two that I want to know is because she's not going to be part and parcel of the current trial, she's not coming to testify there. So when are we going to prove that no, things like that were done, but she was proven otherwise? Those are some of the questions that I have. Was she ever investigated? Who was investigating her? When? What was the conclusion of the investigation? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask. Nevertheless, are you interested to take this journey with me? If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there are just few things that I'm requesting from you guys. And number one is subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section below. Watch this video until the end. Watch the ads. Share this video with everybody on WhatsApp, wherever. Share this video. Well, the question that you might ask is why? Why, Bongana, do I need to do all of these things? You know, guys, I'm on the journey to 30,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And 67% of you guys are not subscribed. It doesn't sit well with me. If you're not subscribing, why? Because doing all these things are free of charge. And do it also for the sake of my own ego. You know, it's going to make me feel good when you guys are subscribing. Please subscribe. But I put it to you that you subscribe now. I put it to you that you listen to this video until the end. I put it to you that you stick around until the end. I put it to you that now take your chair, take your popcorns, take your cold drink, sit down. Let's get into this one. There was an article that was released by the South African.com. The article was released on 27th of October 2020 at about 4 minutes to 12. It was released by, Tom Hurd. The article then says, the heading of the article was, Kelly Khumalo may have hired a hitman, leaked file states photo. Right. A bombshell charge sheet relating to the Senzo Meyiwa case has been accidentally released to the public, and it's bad news for Kelly Khumalo. That's the information I'm getting here. It continues to say, Senzo Meyiwa case has exploded into life this week, but these latest developments are hardly flattering for law enforcement agencies. A charge sheet accidentally leaked to the press reveal that the police now have Kelly Khumalo listed as somebody who needs to be investigated further. The question that I'm having for you here is, was she ever investigated, by who, when, and what was the conclusion of that investigation? The reason I'm asking because we as the public, we've got interest in this case. This case have attracted a lot of people. It has attracted a lot of people. I speak to people in England. I speak to people in Britain. I speak to people in Britain. I do speak to people in United States of America. I'm talking about people that do call me on my WhatsApp number. We have a conversation. It just speaks of the volume of the fact that, you know what I'm saying? It speaks volume of the interest abroad, you know, But by me saying I'm talking to people internationally, it's me saying to you, I can prove it to you. It is in my WhatsApp. You know what I'm saying? We do chat. I do speak to people in Namibia. I do speak to people in Zimbabwe. I speak to people in Australia. There are people in China. There are people in it is Sweden. You know what I'm saying? There are people in different part of this world that are interested in this case. I do speak to investigators in this country. I do speak it like it's this thing. I speak to people in different fields in this country that are very much keen in this case. So it just speaks volume of how much people are interested in this case, right? Yeah, and some of you guys, especially those, look, some of you who are in the who are investigators by profession. Thank you very much for the information that some of you guys have shared. Quite. Yeah. Now they continue to say the bombshell document claim that Mrs. Khumalo should be proof over claims that listen carefully. A lender gave her money to pay for a hitman, right? The authorities also said they need to obtain a statement from a person accused of granting her a loan. Oh, now, okay, you know, with regards to this piece of information that I'm about to, or that I've already shared with you concerning a hitman and that, what we know from Colonel Lambaster Stein is that there was indeed a communication between Kelly Khumalo and and some of these guys. Now, according to the profiling of of these five accused, we are given a profile that seeks to suggest that these are hitmen. In fact, it's proven to say some of them are. For instance, accused number 5. I cannot deny that. It's a fact. He's serving 6 life sentences for taking people's lives. So it's a fact that he is indeed a hitman. But to say the others are, I don't think so. Because if you're looking at the other 4, they are not arrested for taking people's life. Okay, the other one, yes, is arrested for the Alexandra case, taxi box Alexandra case. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, maybe then we are left with the 3. But the 3, what cases are they arrested for? Maybe I'm missing something there. I don't want to say I am 100% correct, but what I know is that accused number 2, Bongani Tanz, has never been arrested before, so he's not a hitman. But then at the end of the day, there was a communication, right, that we did get SMSs and calls that were made by Kelly Khumalo to these people. And you will remember, according to Lambastas, that one of the calls were made while Kelly Khumalo was at Kimberley. Right? She moved on a different occasion. She was in Limpopo. On a different occasion, she was back in Kimberley. There was this communication. There was this SMSs. Now, speaking about SMSs as well, let me remind you. You can you can Google it. It's already on the internet. Kelly Khumalo sent a message to Zandi Khumalo and said, I can almost not forgive myself if I cannot get rid of Senzo Meyiwa via SMSs. And in one of the SMS, she says that, look at what Senzo Meyiwa has brought. I feel like God is sabotaging me by keeping Senzo Meyiwa in our lives. Look at what is happening in our lives. Those were the SMSs. So, if you hear this information and then you start you bring this type of information where we hear that she's saying to Zandi Khumalo, I can almost not forgive myself if I cannot get rid of him via SMSs. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing, she's talking about God sabotaging him by keeping Senzo Meyiwa in her life. So such SMSs and this information, I don't know what it says to you, but I would rather continue. They say, furthermore, investigating officers have highlighted their concerns over Kelly Khumalo's cell phone record, which indicates she was in contact with accused who appeared in court on Tuesday. The killing took place. The killing took place at the singer's mother's house, and she has rejected all the allegations made against her in all the past 6 years. Now, cell phone record of Mrs. Kelly Khumalo indicating her communication with an accused must be obtained, as previously indicated. This is the quotation that this is the quotation speaking. Okay, this is the leaked document. So let me read a paragraph in the leaked document. Let's continue. Or as we continue, cell phone record of Mrs. Khumalo. This is I should start by saying, I quote. I quote, cell phone record of Mrs. Khumalo indicating her communication with the accused must be obtained. As previously indicated, it was previously mentioned that there was a lender who advanced money to Kelly Khumalo and ostensibly to pay Hitmen, and that is the lender was pestering her for the repayment of this loan. The lender statement must be obtained. I close quote. That's the leaked document from the NPA. What happened to this information? Because this information is not being shared with us. Do you hear anybody talking about this? No. Why? If no, why? Okay, there's another leaked information here. But before we get into this leaked information, let me read what the South African said. They spoke about this guy. They said the NPA leaked has dropped on a numerous hint about the direction in which this case will go. Although Kelly Khumalo has not yet been charged with any crime, it seems the police have some serious lines of inquiry that leads to the musicians. This is the document that I'm reading here. This document that I'm reading here. The document name, the investigating officer in the document is Brigadier Kenenda. Then it is written, the heading there, it is written, Commander, Cold Case Division, Office of the National Commander, SAPS. Right. Now then it says, a copy of your information gathered with a copy of the indictment. The following additional information, affidavit, statements in respect of the following aspect must be obtained. There too must be a final statement detailing the event and the circumstances that led to the confession by accused number 1 and 2, how the pointing out by accused number 1 fits the facts of the case, cell phone communication between various accused before, during, and later. The confession of the offense must be established with the locations. Right? Here, I think in terms of that, we get that. Okay, we say no problem. We get that Ulambasta Stein has done that job excellently well. But then let's continue here and read. It is noticeable that EMPD office or local officials were used to transport the suspect for confession. It must be explained why they were used and not SAPS members. Danko. Yar. This is one of the information. Oh, other people said I'm swearing when I say yer. Okay. I know. I don't know. I will remove yer. According to this leaked information, there must be an explanation as to how is it that a metro vehicle, I got this, and I got this from a very reliable source. And that person said to me, Bongs, in the system, in the SAPS system, we don't use the Metro Police to transport things. And this person said to me, we have everything in the SAPS. There's nothing that we don't lack anything, right? We don't lack any resources in the SAP. The SAPS has got anything. You're talking of a task team. You're talking of this person went as far as saying to me, in the SAPS, you remember, who went and arrested Jacob Zuma? Was not Metro, was SAPS. We've got our own capable police that can do the job. We don't even use Metro Police. Then that person said to me, why was Metro Police used in this case? Now the words of this person makes a lot of sense. And don't ask me each gender of this person. This person does not have a gender. It's neither female or male. It ends there, right? Now you know what? Now I respect this person. It made me respect this person because also this person pointed out certain things and said when the judge asked the question, how often do you do this? This person was like, that was crucial. That question was key because metropolis don't do that. We don't use them to transport our things. Now here it says this must be explained why it was done. Aye. Kusazoba mnandi. Let me continue though. It says it must be explained. Why not SAPS members? Then the document continued to say, attempt must be made to obtain the authentic vehicle location AVL and determine the vehicle movement and report location of the silver Polo on the day of the incident by making use of tracking system. It must also be established as to be as when the accused number 5 came into possession of the said vehicle. Okay, cell phone. Okay, that's where we're going. But then remember that the Polo has changed from silver to red now. The color have changed. Did you notice that? But nevertheless, also, do you remember that according to Zungu, it was an Uno? But later on, it was said, that was Polo. So proving that Zungu, you lie. Zungu can't say, hi, I don't know cars you are driving Polo. You can't mistake a car, a make of a car that you are driving with a make of a car that you're not driving. He was already driving a Polo from the state. So that one, we can't take it. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. You see, it's like me and my phone here. You know what I'm saying? I cannot mistake somebody that is using this phone with somebody else. I will be able to tell you that, okay, this is the type of phone that you are using. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I must be able to say, that's my phone. Oh, those are my phones. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, there's more, right? I still need to talk about the records. But before we continue, guys, so yeah, having taken this breather, let us continue, cause wow, this document just keeps wowing us. You know, if ever there's any English word like that. Those those who are in Australia, Britain, particularly England, USA, please help me. Is there a word that says we are wowed? Okay, but let's continue. Let me read this, right? As you are checking that word for me. Okay, so then the document goes on and says, cell phone record of Mrs. Kelly KHUMALO indicating her communication with accused must be obtained as previously indicated. Now, in terms of that, like I was saying, Colonel Lambasta Stein have been, what's this word? Colonel Lambasta Stein have been has given us that information as to the cell phone record, but what we did not get was the content thereof, of which then it becomes a bit useless because I don't think it's a criminal offense to talk to anybody in this country. What becomes criminal offense is the nature of the conversation. So if we don't have the conversation, we can't necessarily say, oh yeah, we can question the coincidency in it in terms of what a coincidence that you talk to these people or you were in conversation with this accused prior to the death of Senzo Meyewa, and coincidentally Senzo Meyewa gets shot by the same people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing we can question. But we can't base everything on that to say, yeah, she is guilty because she communicated. No, we can't say that. We need to be factual in our approach. You know what I'm saying? We need not to be emotional in our approach. So right now, like Advocate Mshololo had asked, concerning the communication between accused number 5 and Kelly Khumalo. She asked Colonel Lambastas, "Is it a crime to communicate with Kelly Khumalo? Was it a crime for my client to communicate?" And Colonel Lambastas says, "No, it's not a crime." So what makes it a crime? Like I said in the past, it's the nature or the content thereon. If we cannot prove the content of the conversation, then we can't blame her for him being in conversation with these people. But again, the charge sheet then continued to say, on 162 ballistic report have been duplicated. Outstanding DNA report of some of the suspect must be obtained. And we also know in terms of the DNA, I have an interesting episode that is coming up. Very, very, very interesting that you really want to know. We are told here that the DNA must be obtained. But the DNA, we know, according to Masetla, right? We know for a fact that the DNA was obtained and it cleared all 5 suspects. So since it cleared all 5 suspects, so the DNA is therefore useless. But we're coming to the DNA. It's going to be interesting. Right. And then they continue to say, it was previously mentioned that that there was a lender who advanced money to Miss Kelly Khumalo, extensively to pay Hitmen, and that this lender was pestering her for the payment of this loan. The statement of such a lender must be obtained. Oh, we've got 100 and something witnesses on the stand, don't we? We do, right? Out of all these 100 witnesses that we have, I'm just wondering if the lender is there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering. Or she will only appear on docket 375, because from what we know, I don't think she's part and parcel of I don't think the lender is part and parcel of these people here. It's just the way I think. I don't think Advocate Baloyi will include this person. This is me. I don't think so. I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we must keep your eye on this person. We need to get this person, this lender. And please note this, that it is said this lender lended money the lender was being intentional. And the intentions was he or she is lending money so that he can pay these people. Now, the lender wanted his money, and the money that was not given back to the lender. Who is this lender? Is this lender still alive? This borrower. Who is this borrower? I'm asking questions, guys. Is this borrower still alive? I'm not saying, Pela, maybe they took his life. No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking. He might have died out of COVID-19. I'm just asking, you know what I'm saying? This lender might have died out of hypertension or high blood pressure when this lender saw the case, getting into court. So possibilities of him, you know what I'm saying, just getting shot by mistake. Maybe he was in the car, or things like that might happen, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I'm asking if this lender, if this borrower is still alive, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get it, forget about it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So is this lender still alive? I'm just worried about this. But again, the charge sheet then continued to say, a photo parade must be held, and the photo retrieved from the cell phone of suspect number 3, Tobisi Prince Mncube, must be included in this identity kit of suspect who was at the scene and the dreadlocks, and the outcome must be set out in the affidavit. What I didn't get here, or what I don't get here, I know the letterhead, on the letterhead, remember that this document is leaked, right? So on the letterhead there, I don't see Uguti, what are they written, but the last part I see head office, right? Just at the last part, I see officer, not head office, officer. I see officer, and then the following word is Colonel Colonel Geninda, Commander, Cold Case Division, Office of the National Commander, SAPS. This is one of the quite interesting information, detailed yet informative. Let me say so. However, my problem with this is we got told there were this type of people that were known by the NPA then in this leaked information. We get that, we're going to accept it as it is. Now, what I am interested to know, like beside jokes, like I'm very much keen to know as to what happened to this lender. Is this lender still alive? Or borrower? Because if I say lender, some of you might think that I'm saying slender, and I'm just saying a lender, a borrower. Where is this borrower? Because this borrower then can break this case. This person's statement is very crucial, right? It's very crucial. I must say that I don't know what would be the outcome of this, because from what we know, by advocate what Nell, he's white. He said, I think it's from the Afri Forum. It's from the Afri Forum. He said that between them and the police, they did agree that there was a mastermind, and the question was, if these people were hit, if this was a hit, therefore there was a mastermind. But who is the mastermind? And that's the question that was never answered, as to who is the mastermind. This document, I don't know from where I'm seated, allegedly, it appears like it makes Mrs. Kelly KHUMALO a mastermind, because she, according to this, right, she borrowed money. She borrowed money from a lender, let me say so, right? And let me give context to this. Why? Because somebody will say, but she's a singer. She wouldn't have borrowed money, which would have been a very valid argument. It makes sense to argue that, but she's a singer. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't need money. She must have her own money because she's a singer. Right, but remember that if you are listening to YouTube channels that deals with that have interviewed people who are taking people's lives, they will tell you that it differs. Like, it matters who are they taking, whose life are they taking. You know what I'm saying? It really matters whose life are they taking. If they are taking my life, it's gonna be very cheap because it's me. I'm not that known. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm known by you, but other people don't know me. Okay. Yeah. So because I'm not famous, so my life's gonna be cheaper. But where the more the more the person is important in society, the more the price. So when you talk about Senzo Meyiwa was a national asset. Because of that, I can guarantee you that if this was a hit, as it now suggests, it makes sense that probably his life would have been worth more 300,000. I'm just thinking, because it was a national asset. So the loan then is justified, because it's not you can't just have that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested, or again, on the amount of money that was given to Miss Kelly KHUMALO at this point. Like I said, it's allegedly, right? Please use that. Please take this with a pinch of salt. But just saying allegedly, yeah. So I'm just worried, and I'm concerned about the amount of money that was used in getting this. What do you think, or how much do you think they paid, if indeed it can be proven to be true? Because at this moment, it's still an allegation. It's not proven to be true. It's not proven. You know, nobody's been arrested for that. We have not seen the statement from this the so-called borrower at this particular juncture show, because we haven't seen the document, the affidavit thereon. We also can't say, yeah, it did happen. But just out of curiosity from you guys, I want you guys to tell me this. How do you think Senzo Meyiwa's life was worth in terms of the market there? Because here, our lives are so cheap there. And like I must say, our lives are so cheap there. You know what I'm saying? So how do you think, I need to check something here, guys. How do you think Senzo Meyiwa's life was? I'm in front of my laptop. How do you think Senzo Meyiwa's life was worth in this whole saga here? Yeah, because that will then justify the fact that I'm checking something here, that needs to be checked. Right. I'm trying to find out I'm trying to find out this thing here. What is this thing? I'm trying to find out this thing. Yeah, yeah. Look, I'm trying to find out this thing. Yeah, yeah. Look, yeah. Value kasenzo meyiwe. But yeah, I want to leave it here for today. I'm really finding it difficult to even do the calculation. I'm in front of my laptop here, trying to do some things there, trying to see if we can get something. I can't. Yeah, seeing that I can't, let me just leave this here. You guys, let's get into the comment section below. Has this been quite a revelation to you or what? Are you shocked with all the information that I've just shared with you? Does it shock you? What does it say to you? How do you feel about everything that I've just said? I will meet in the comment section below. Guys, please do remember, I love you guys. Because I love you, please take care.